You know how some shows get canceled after a bad season, maybe limping along for a few episodes before the network finally pulls the plug? These shows didn't get that luxury. The disasters we're covering were so catastrophic that networks yanked them off the air after just one episode, and some didn't even make it through the broadcast. Millions of dollars vaporized in under an hour, public apologies delivered on live TV, and affiliates cutting the feed because they couldn't subject their viewers to one more minute of this garbage. ABC thought they had a sure thing back in 2006 when they cast Heather Graham, fresh off legitimate movie success, as the star of a romantic sitcom. The pilot alone cost $5 million, which was insane when most sitcom pilots at the time ran maybe $1.5 million. And a network executive scheduled it right after The Bachelor, which was pulling massive numbers, and the plan was simple enough. Inherit that huge audience, coast on Heather Graham's star power, and print money. Premiere night arrived. The Bachelor ended with its usual cliffhanger drama, and Emily's reasons why not started. What happened next shocked everyone. Within the first 15 minutes, 40% of the audience just turned off their TVs or switched channels, and the bleeding didn't stop there. By the time the credits rolled, industry insiders were already whispering that this might be the fastest cancellation they'd ever witnessed. ABC pulled it the next day. 5 episodes sat there, already filmed and edited and ready to go, and they never aired in the United States. The network just ate the cost and moved on. Because when you lose almost half your inherited audience in the first commercial break, there's really no coming back from that. We need to go back to 1969 for what might be the most spectacular flameout in television history. NBC had scored this massive hit called Laugh-In, a fast-paced and irreverent psychedelic comedy that captured the youth audience perfectly, and ABC looked at that success and decided they could go further. They created Turn On, promoted as the first computerized TV show, whatever that meant, with rapid-fire editing, experimental visuals, and humor that was supposed to be edgy and provocative. February 5th, 1969 was premiere night, and within minutes, ABC affiliates across the country started getting angry phone calls. The show was confusing, the jokes weren't landing, Mama and the whole thing felt incoherent and, according to several stations, tasteless. Some affiliates cut away during the first commercial break and just never came back. And a station in Cleveland literally refused to air the rest of the episode and just ran something else instead. The network canceled it before the night was over. People on the West Coast never even got to see it. One episode, or actually less than one full episode for a lot of the country. And it became legendary as one of the fastest cancellations in TV history. That record still holds up. CBS tried to create the next Miami Vice in 1993, casting Glenn Frey from the Eagles as the star of this stylish detective drama set in Los Angeles. The budget was massive, around $2 million per episode, which was absolutely enormous for a basic cable show in the early 90s. 7 episodes had been filmed before the premiere, and the marketing push was huge. October 27, 1993 was premiere night, and this is where bad luck meets bad execution. Breaking news coverage of the Malibu wildfires interrupted the episode repeatedly, which meant the people who actually tried to watch it got a chopped up and interrupted version. The viewers who did see it hated it. The reviews were terrible, and the ratings, once the dust settled, were absolutely disastrous. CBS canceled it immediately. 1 episode on network television, done. The money had already been spent on those 7 episodes, so eventually VH1 aired the remaining ones to a much smaller audience, but that was way too late to recoup any of that budget. The show just vanished, taking millions of dollars with it. Fox built a show around Brian Bosworth in 1997, the former NFL linebacker known for being this controversial and outspoken personality. Lawless was a gritty crime drama about a rogue investigator. 6 episodes filmed and ready to go, and the concept wasn't terrible on paper. Take an NFL star with name recognition, put him in a hard-edged cop show, see what happens. The premiere aired and the ratings were awful, so Fox didn't even wait to see if it would find an audience. The remaining 5 episodes never aired in the United States, and that was that. Years later, people discovered Lawless on streaming platforms and international broadcasts, and the show currently has a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. That's Brian Bosworth's highest-rated project. Better than any of his movies, and better than anything else he did on TV. People who actually watched it thought the show was pretty good, which means there's a legitimate argument that Fox panicked and canceled a decent show because of one bad night. One chance, and if you blow it, there's no second episode to prove yourself. Jackie Gleason was at peak fame in 1961, riding high from the honeymooners, and he could do basically whatever he wanted. CBS gave him a primetime game show called You're in the Picture, with a concept that was simple on paper. Celebrities stick their heads through holes in painted canvases and try to guess what picture they're part of. The concept was awkward. Gleason looked uncomfortable the entire time. The celebrities looked confused, and the studio audience didn't know how to react. Critics savaged it, and everyone involved knew immediately that they'd created something truly terrible. What makes this legendary is what happened the following week. Instead of airing episode 2, Jackie Gleason sat down in front of the camera for 30 minutes with no game show and no guests. He smoked cigarettes, looked directly into the camera, and apologized, calling it the worst thing he'd ever been involved with and taking full responsibility. The whole thing was brutally honest, completely unscripted, and absolutely riveting television. That apology became iconic, and people still talk about it today. It actually helped his career because it showed humility and self-awareness, while the show itself disappeared immediately. That half-hour apology is remembered as one of the most genuine moments in early television history. And quick honorable mention from 2010, when David Hasselhoff was trying to rebuild his TV career. Knight Rider was long over, Baywatch was ancient history, and his brief moment as a judge on America's Got Talent hadn't led anywhere permanent. A&E gave him a reality show with his daughters called The Hasselhoffs. The whole thing felt manufactured, with forced drama and awkward family moments that were clearly staged. The ratings were terrible, and A&E canceled it after 2 episodes, making it one of the shortest-lived reality shows in cable history. Even reality TV, which usually lets shows stumble along for at least a season, couldn't save this one. The pattern here is pretty clear. Huge stars don't guarantee success, because Heather Graham, Jackie Gleason, Glenn Frey, and David Hasselhoff all had legitimate names with real track records. And it didn't matter. Massive budgets can't save weak concepts, since Emily's Reasons Why Not spent $5 million on a pilot and died immediately, while South of Sunset burned through millions across 7 episodes, and only 1 aired on network TV. Even strong lead-ins don't protect you, which Emily's proved when it inherited the Bachelor's audience and lost almost half of them in 15 minutes. Some shows are ahead of their time, some are just cursed by bad luck and bad timing, and some are legitimately and undeniably terrible. They all share one thing in common, though: they didn't get a second chance. Do you think any of these shows deserved a second episode, or were the networks right to cut their losses immediately? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more stories about Hollywood disasters and entertainment industry chaos, hit that subscribe button, because there's plenty more where this came from.